While magnet fishing at a local pond, they pulled up something they never expected. At first, it looked like a simple jar, but once it was opened, the situation became far more disturbing. Inside was a honey-like liquid, along with red cloth bundles, string, keys, and printed photos of 2 people. There was also a handwritten note, folded and sealed inside the jar. The items appeared intentionally placed, carefully wrapped, tied, and submerged. This wasn't trash. Many people familiar with folk magic immediately recognized it as a witchcraft or voodoo honey jar spell. Objects often used in rituals meant to influence relationships, emotions, or behavior. Honey jars are sometimes associated with love or binding spells. When thrown into water, they can also be used for separation, control, or banishment. After pulling it from the pond, the uploader said they felt uneasy for days. They couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't something meant to be disturbed. Jenny Greenteeth is a figure from Old English folklore, described as a swamp-dwelling witch who lives near rivers and ponds. Stories say she lures children toward the water and pulls them under. In 2018, an Australian tourist was fishing near a swamp when they claimed to have taken a photo showing Jenny Greenteeth. The image later appeared online and was shared on Reddit and paranormal websites. Many viewers said they couldn't clearly see any figure in the photo, suggesting it only showed trees and shadows. No evidence has confirmed that the image shows anything supernatural, but the tourist remains adamant. YouTube creator 50/50 Fishing shared footage from what was supposed to be a quiet, solo overnight fishing trip to Lake Cascade. Unaware at the time, it would turn into one of his most unsettling trips yet. After arriving at the lake, he prepared his canoe and paddled out onto the water. He caught several small bass, and after a few hours, returned to shore to set up a pop-up tent. As night fell, he prepared bait and placed fishing rods along the bank, hoping to catch catfish. Everything seemed calm. But around midnight, the host was suddenly awakened by loud noises outside the tent.
Yeah, that sounds like a bear, like for real. Oh shit.
Whatever was outside moved around for a while, but never revealed itself. Eventually, the noises stopped. By morning, the area was completely quiet again. This man was kayaking when something truly terrifying and unbelievable happened. Out of nowhere, multiple killer whales surfaced around his kayak. Despite the danger, the man managed to stay calm. After several tense moments, the orcas lost interest and slowly swam away. Remarkably, killer whales have never been known to attack humans in the wild. Unfortunately for this man, that record held true once again. In September 2019, Stephen Weber and his girlfriend Kanesha Antony were vacationing on Pemba Island, staying at the Manta resort, a resort famous for its underwater room, where guests can watch marine life through large glass windows below the surface. Stephen had planned something special. He wanted to propose in a way Kanesha would never forget. Later that afternoon, Stephen put on a mask, grabbed a handwritten note and an engagement ring, and dove down outside the underwater bedroom window while Kanesha filmed from inside. From behind the glass, she watched as he held up the message asking her to marry him, then revealed the ring. Stephen waved, smiled, and swam upward toward the surface. But he never came to the surface. Minutes passed, then more. Realizing something was wrong, Kanesha immediately called for help. Resort staff rushed to search the area, and Stephen was later found unresponsive, drifting in the water. Despite efforts to revive him, he could not be saved. Authorities later stated that Stephen had misjudged how long he could hold his breath without proper air support. The proposal had taken longer than his body could handle. What was meant to be a once-in-a-lifetime moment became a heartbreaking reminder of how quickly things can go wrong in the water. A proposal meant to last forever ended in tragedy beneath the surface. A TikTok video shared by the user FParanormali shows sculpted heads floating in the water. A similar clip was later posted by another user named Jack Sill. The heads are not real and not alive, but the movement of the water causes them to slowly rise and sink. They appear to be human-sized, with detailed facial features and realistic proportions. This near lifelike appearance creates an uncanny effect. Many viewers find the clips disturbing because the objects look almost real, despite clearly not being alive. Who put them there, and why? Would you be creeped out? This footage was recorded aboard a large fishing vessel during rough conditions at sea. As the boat pushed against heavy waves, one of the fishermen decided to film the scene. Unbeknownst to him, the camera captured something unusual. Near the side of the vessel, a pale figure-like shape can be seen moving through the dark water. The shape appears briefly, gliding alongside the boat. No clear facial features or details are visible, and the low light and camera quality make identification difficult. Moments later, the figure fades from view and is gone. Whether it was a trick of the waves, an animal distorted by lighting, or something else entirely remains unclear. Whatever passed beside that boat left viewers unsettled, and questioning what might be moving beneath the surface. In 2016, experienced diver Jacob Childs joined a group dive off the coast of Queensland, Australia. The dive boat stopped roughly 35 miles offshore in open ocean waters. Jacob entered the water second to last, but shortly after entering, something went horribly wrong. He lost hold of the safety line connecting the divers to the boat, a line crucial for keeping the group together in strong currents. At first, Jacob believed he could simply swim back, but as he approached, he realized the line had already been pulled back onto the boat. Before he had time to react, a strong surface current caught him and carried him away from the vessel. By the time their divers resurfaced and realized Jacob was missing, he was already far out of sight. The water temperature was around 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit. It was late afternoon and daylight was fading. Faced with open ocean and no clear direction, Jacob made a critical decision. Instead of fighting the current, he stopped moving, floating, conserving energy, and controlling his breathing. He stayed as calm as possible. After more than 6 hours alone in the water, as darkness approached, a rescue helicopter finally spotted him. Against the odds, Jacob was pulled from the ocean alive and uninjured. No hypothermia, no serious injuries. In October 2025, a fisherman from the BMR fishing channel was casting lines at Long Beach Pier when what should have been a routine afternoon suddenly turned chaotic. Roughly 8 minutes into the session, loud shouting erupted behind him. A physical confrontation broke out between several people on the pier.
They did? Okay.
One man was knocked to the ground, another appeared disorientated, and urgent calls for emergency services rang out. As police and medical responders arrived, confusion spread over what had triggered the violence, with conflicting claims circulating among those nearby. The fisherman, who had come only to fish, found himself recording the aftermath of an assault that left one victim drifting in and out of consciousness. This video was filmed in Brazil at night by a group of friends who were out fishing. An object can be heard growing louder, as if its energy is building. Moments later, it appears to burst apart in the sky. Another video, recorded during the day by different witnesses, shows a glowing red object moving through the air. Both recordings capture similar shapes and movement, but the timing and exact locations are unclear, making it difficult to confirm whether the two sightings are connected. So what could it have been? A fisher recorded this video near the Washington shoreline. During the footage, a fin-like shape appears just beyond the shallow water. It rises above the surface and then submerges again in a slow, steady pattern. The movement doesn't match that of dolphins or seals. After the video circulated online, some suggested it could be an unidentified marine animal, while others believe it may be a large fish or even edited footage. In January 2025, Austin from America's Outdoor Family went fishing at a remote campground pond. The temperature was below freezing and ice covered part of the water. As he walked along the bank near sunset, he noticed a fixed shape across the pond. When he changed position, it became clear it wasn't a log or a spillway. The object was actually a deer. What caused the deer to die is unknown, but it didn't feel natural. While fishing, someone caught a very unusual fish. Its body appeared almost completely clear, with no visible gills or internal organs. Viewers questioned what species it might be, while others expressed concern about how it was handled, wondering if it could be toxic. In the comments, some suggested it might be a leptocephalus, the larval form of certain eel species. Others disagreed, pointing out differences in the head and fins, and noting that leptocephali are usually not this transparent. The fish was later released and swam away without any visible issues. Still, the question remains, what exactly was it? A boat carrying 4 fishermen drifted toward a dam wall in Standerton, South Africa. The vessel became stuck at the spillway, dangerously close to a drop of more than 130 feet, while strong water flow continued pushing it toward the edge. The incident occurred on December 29th at around 7:15 p.m. Emergency crews were alerted and arrived as darkness began to fall. Rescuers worked carefully to stabilize the boat and reach the men. Witnesses said the men held on tightly to keep the boat from being pulled over the dam. Fortunately, all 4 were eventually rescued safely. Despite the outcome, it was a highly risky and tense operation. Early one morning, YouTuber Old Man Boog set out for a remote reef break along the Australian coast. It took over 90 minutes of driving to reach the location, a spot known for powerful waves and shallow, unforgiving rocks. When he arrived, the beach was completely empty. Despite that, he paddled out alone around 8 a.m., a decision that would soon put him in serious danger.
Well, looks like I'm out here on my own. Yeah, I didn't know he, I didn't even realise our mate went in. It's sketchy as out here on your own. I'll grab one more, go in. Anyway, it's a beautiful day.
At first, the conditions seemed perfect. The waves were clean and everything felt under control. But as the tide began to drop, the situation changed.
I turned a little bit weird. It's the shape of the wave went all weird. Very strange. That was a hell of a lot of fun. But this is not the type of wave I want to be out here on my own. I can't believe there's not more guys out. If there was a few more guys out charging, I would stay out, but nah.
Hidden rocks started to emerge beneath the surface. While paddling back toward shore, disaster struck.
There's rocks everywhere. I'm on the rock. I'm getting... Oh man. Oh, just got smashed on those rocks. I have to check these wounds out. Oh, I feel like I've been dragged across quite a few rocks, and oh man, my hands, my knees.
A wave forced him onto the reef, and he was dragged across the exposed rocks. He suffered cuts to his hands and knees, scraping against the sharp surface as the water pulled him back and forth. Despite the injuries, he managed to escape the reef and make it back to safety. A man recorded a video at a beach and later noticed something unusual in the footage. In the video, a shape appears to rise up from the waves. Due to the poor video quality, the details are difficult to make out clearly. The figure doesn't appear to be human, but it also doesn't clearly resemble any known animal. This has led to speculation about what kind of large marine creature would be swimming so close to shore. Some viewers believe it resembles a mermaid, while others remain skeptical, pointing to the low resolution and distance as reasons for doubt. So far, no experts have verified or analysed the footage. In 2014, a marine animal was recorded by a fisherman clinging to the side of a boat near the coast of Singapore. A creature with many thin, branching arms spread across the hull. The fisherman recorded a video, threw the being back in the water, and posted it online. It was quickly identified as a basket starfish from the family Gorgonocephalidae. Basket starfish usually live in deep water and are rarely seen at the surface. Their arms form a web used to trap plankton in ocean currents. The appearance near the boat was unusual and likely caused by environmental disturbance or accidental surfacing, not something you see every day. A woman was fishing in Aceh, Indonesia, filming the ocean from the beach.
Manta.
In the distance, near an island, a ripple appeared on the water. Soon after, a long shape moved across the surface on the right side of the frame. It twisted as it travelled and didn't move like a wave or a common sea creature. The object appeared large due to its distance from shore. Could it be a large eel, an oarfish, or just a visual distortion caused by light and water conditions? Some say it's just a wave, while others believe it's something unknown. A Reddit user took a photo at night on the beach in La Jolla, California. Later, while reviewing the image, he noticed a bright streak in the sky with a distinct reflection on the surface of the water. The photo was taken around 10 p.m. on the west coast using an iPhone 11 in night mode and was not edited. At first, the light was thought to be an airplane captured during a long exposure. However, the clear reflection on the water makes this explanation less certain. The moon was rising in the opposite direction at the time, so a moon reflection does not align with the scene. He also does not recall seeing anything unusual in the sky that night, which is puzzling given how bright the streak appears in the photo. The exact cause of the light cannot be confirmed from the image alone. A man went fishing when he came across something unusual. As the camera moved closer, it became clear that it was a set of antlers. Both the skull and antlers were mostly intact. This type of find is uncommon, since antlers usually shed before an animal's death or the skull breaks down over time. The condition and size of the skull made the discovery especially striking. Jellyfish harvesting is a risky job practiced mainly in parts of Asia, where jellyfish are used as food. Workers collect jellyfish from small boats. A man stands on a narrow wooden ladder placed across the boat's edge. He uses a rake to pull jellyfish from the water and drop them into the boat. The boat often becomes packed with live jellyfish. A slip can send the worker into the sea or onto the pile of jellyfish. Both can cause severe stings. These stings are extremely painful and can be life-threatening. Despite the danger, harvesting like this continues on a daily basis. A group of fishers were drifting across the open ocean when a large shape appeared beneath the surface. The shape moved slowly and stayed just below the water. As the boat followed, the animal became clear. It was a manta ray. Manta rays are generally harmless towards humans and are known for their calm, gentle behavior. A beautiful sight to see. While fishing near the Amazon River, this man suddenly noticed something large moving in the water and began recording. Only a thick tail is visible as it breaks the surface. No head or full body is ever seen. The footage quality is low and the water is murky, making identification difficult. The Amazon is home to massive creatures, including caimans, anacondas, and large river fish, but none are known for displaying a tail quite like this. So was this simply a known river animal seen at an unusual angle, or was the river hiding an unknown species? Something we haven't identified yet. A woman went for an early morning walk on the beach around 6 a.m. when she noticed something unusual in the sand.
Okay, tell me this doesn't look like there was a mermaid sleeping here. Like, look at that.
There was a large imprint that appeared to resemble a fishtail. The shape was clear and well defined, with curved edges and visible markings that didn't look random. The size of the impression suggested it was much larger than common fish found near the shore. There were no clear tracks or nearby signs explaining how it got there. The discovery raised questions about what kind of marine animal could have caused it. But I'm thinking, could it just be a shape formed by the water? This video was allegedly released online by a fisherman. Take a look. According to the post, the fisherman couldn't identify what he had pulled from the water, so he shared the footage online. Of course, with AI today, it's hard to trust videos like this, making it most likely AI generated. Still, some people believe the fisherman pulled something otherworldly out of the water. Now, let's watch some more fishing encounters together.